Hi everyone. In this video, let's have a look at the Student Records module in Fedena. You can find this module under Academics. Here under Student Records, the first option that you have is the record groups. This would allow you to create and manage record groups. So inside which you're going to create a record group by going for add record groups. And you need to enter the name of the record group that you're going to give. So inside this record group, you can create various questions or fields that you want to have. So just like how I've created here, you're going to list the set of fields that you want to have inside the record group by going for add record. Here in this field, I have entered the record name to be name. So that means the field name is going to be name and the input method is going to be one of these options. I've chosen single line text that's going to be more relevant to the field name. And I have the record type which I can choose between alphanumeric and numeric. By choosing one of these options would restrict the users from typing irrelevant text. It can also have a record suffix. I can make this option mandatory or an optional one, and I can update this record. This way I have created various record names and you can see them one by one. Here you can see the record name age, sex, date of birth, medical history, the health checkup status, and the option to attach a report and the inquiry about the allergies. For questions like these, the input method varies and I have selected the relevant input method. So here you can see I need to attach a report. So I have attached the input method to be file attachment and I've saved this. And here I've asked one of the questions and I need the answer to be yes or no. So I've given the multiple options and I've given the options to be yes or no. And I can allow the users to select more than one option. That means I can allow the users to make multiple options or I can allow the users select only one option. There can be a default option or there cannot be a default option, and you can add more options by going for add options. This way I have created various record names here, and once these are created you can move back to student records and go for classes and batches. And here is where you're going to assign these student records to any of these classes. You find all the classes that you have already created here and the option to assign a student record. So you will get a status about the assigning right here. So let me say I'm going to assign a student record for this class. I can go here, select the student record in which Fedena asks me, am I going to assign the student record for all the batches in this class or for a selected ones? Moving to the selected, I can select one of the batches. It can also be an inactive batch. I can select them and I can assign it. So now you can see an assigned batch count here. Now let's go to the next option that we have is student records. So here is where you're going for the view batches option to view the record option. So here you can view the manage student on the basis of class and batches or record group. I can choose one of this to view the status. So here you can see the record group that is available and the number of batches assigned to it, and I can view which all classes have been assigned. By going for classes and batches, I can see what all classes have been assigned for record groups and how many have been assigned, and I can view the batches here. So now you can see one of the batch, A batch has been assigned. And you find a status called add record. The option this is available because these records have not been added to this class of students. So I'm going for add records, and for each of these students in the class I can add an individual record. You can see the admission number, their roll number and the status here. The status of completion is displayed here. I can go for add records. For this student Gina, I'm going to enter these fields. So let me enter the field now. I'm entering a date, and I can enter medical history, and for the questions answered, I can select an option and I can save the record. So now you can see the completion status is 75%. That's because I've skipped a few fields and I've not answered this field, so you can find the status here. You can do the same for all the students by selecting the students here, and you can fill in these fields. So that's how a student record gets completed, and you can view the student record once you come to the same option and go for the option view student records. So here you select the student name, you get to see the record details about the student. So that's all about student records. Thanks for listening.